It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Time to wakey wakey and time for bakey.
Time to wakey wakey and time for wakey.
Get ready for your host with more.
Get ready for your host with more.
Mr. Brian Brown.
Mr. Brian Brown.
It's 7:10 a.m.
It's 7:10 a.m.
Que la roja pichuela y guandules no viene ligado igualito que yuca. Ese pelo que tiene tan lindo, no venga a pensar que eso es una peluca. Tienes cotorra, perico, yo tengo cotorra, tú tienes la cuca. Está claro en el ring, en el piso yo quien te
No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que de odio tú estás lleno. No critiques mi pelo, que la soy bueno, porque tú no tienes que.
Oh, good morning, good morning. How's everyone doing? It is 7:10 a.m. Wakey, wakey, guys. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. How's everyone doing out there here in the real world? Loading my bowl. Woo! Walking later today. Teresa Deller, you got to have your priorities, right? Time to smoke a bowl. Forget walking in the morning. Man, it's kind of cold out there. I had to turn on the heater for the first time. Give him the heater, Ricky. I don't know if you guys watch Major League. I always remember the guy. Give him the heater, Ricky. Yeah, in the real world, man, it's kind of cold. I had to turn on the heater for the first time last night. Tried to set it at the lowest, I guess, heat temperature you could, trying to save a couple bucks, but man, it's getting cold. Maybe I'm just getting old. My blood's getting thin. Who knows? But it's cold. Good morning, Trevor. How you doing? Morning, Dabs. Hell yeah, hell yeah. My morning's going pretty good. Woke up a little early. The Asylum with Harley. Good morning, guys. Can't wait. I've been hearing good things about this new channel, new show, whatever she's working on. The Asylum. Threw out some good ideas. I think I could go some places, guys. I think it's about a week or two before it debuts, but man, be on the lookout for that. Is that the Asylum with Harley? Iceberg ahead. Oh, look at that. Someone doesn't want me pretending to be Titanic. Titanic is like, oh, nope. They're like, you can do anything but not Titanic. He will kick you right out. On Sunday, nice. Oh, man. I'm having a pretty good morning. Woke up a little early. Had to get some C's candy stuff done last bit, even though I'm not even working for the company anymore. I was looking all over for this. Anyway, sorry, guys. It's in the morning. It's morning time. How was it? My last day off for a while. Back to the grind. Are you, what do you think, Mojave Martian? Are you considering the management role? Are you considering the management role? That's what inquiring minds want to know. I want to know. Are you considering the management role? That's pretty cool, man. That's either way. That's cool that that they're looking at you. They know that no one outworks the workman. That's right. Congrats, buddy. Either way, that's a pretty cool thing. Yeah, you are. Nice, man. That's awesome, dude. Good. I'm so happy for you, man. That's a good path. A good yeah, that's a good path. You come to Earth for what, about 6-7 months, and then all of a sudden, you work about a year, right? He's been to Earth about a year, and he's working hard. He's an alien, and people giving him chances, and now he's going to be a manager, the alien manager. Oh, Harley goes back tomorrow for preseason work. Oh man, all this seasonal work. I'm so glad that. I guess I'm technically off, but had to send some papers in this morning. Frustrating, but we are here at the 7:10 a.m. show. I'm excited, guys. We are going to be looking nanu. Mork is orc. Yes. Workman is the Martian. Oh no. No, say it didn't just happen, you son of a bitch. Fucking A. Let's see, maybe. I hate it when it does this crap. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta switch to the shitty cam. God, I hate it when it does this, man. It's the stupidest thing in the world. Anyway, and now it's gonna look like hell. All right, there we go. All right, it may not look too pretty, but it gets the job done, guys. It gets the job done. Fuck, I hate these cameras, man. All right, guys, let's get into a little roll call this morning before I lose my cool over stupid cameras. I feel like throwing this thing out in the street and beating the hell out of it. All right. Yep, exactly. Fucking El Gato. All right, guys, let's get into this roll call this morning.
Roll call for the Danksters at 10 a.m. Rise and shine, it's time to slam, break the mold. Rebel from the north, Danksters unite, let's raise a storm. D-A-N-K, we're here to play, loud and proud, we won't obey. 10 a.m, we'll rock your day. Danksters assemble, never fade away.
All right, that looks a little better. That's passable. That's passable at least. All right, guys. It's all good in the dank hood. Yes, it is. All right, guys, let's get into this shout outs this morning. We got Rosie Key. Good morning, Rosie Key. How you doing? We got Supernova Mike in the house. Heidi ho, neighbor. We got Chantel. How you feeling, Chantel? I saw Russ post this morning about how horrible he was feeling. Man, hopefully you guys can get over that crud. We got Lonnie in the house. We got JoJo. How's it going, JoJo? We got Teresa Deller skipping the walk to smoke a bowl. Nice. Aaron, good morning, Aaron, or should I say good evening? It's like 4 a.m. where he's at, or no? What is it like 1 a.m. or something? Over in Australia. We got Back to Retro Review. How's it going, Back to Retro? We got Mojave Martian in the house. Fight for Freedom. We got Teresa Deller, Lonnie. We got The Asylum with Holly. Trying to trick me this morning. We got Trevor doing his dab, the wake and bake. Nice. Oh, who else we got up in here? Ton of people up in here this morning. Mike Means, Merlin Public Media. How you doing, buddy? How's it going? Oh, man. Let's see. Hopefully I don't forget anyone here. Mr. Crispers, good morning. How cold is it? How cold is it where you're at this morning, Mr. Crispers? Man, it seems it's getting cold everywhere. Did you guys see that the iceberg? The big iceberg shifted for the first time, I guess, ever, from what they say. I'm going to miss you like a child misses the blanket, but I got to get a move on with the rest of my life. It's nothing personal. Lonnie, are you singing Fergie? Are you over there singing Fergie? You're going to miss me like a child misses a blanket, but I got to get a move on with the rest of my life. It's time to be a big Lonnie now. All right. Oh, Lonnie, 22 degrees and snow. Whoa. Are you closer to Pittsburgh, Mr. Chris? I think you live in Pennsylvania, right? Were you closer to Pittsburgh? Man, that's cold. That is cold. Good morning, Chris. How you doing, buddy? Big girls don't cry. That's right. Big girls don't cry. Big stoners don't cry. All right. An hour north of Pittsburgh. Oh, so you like Pittsburgh's cold, man. That's like bone chilling cold. Same like Chicago because of that wind. I've never seen that air. It's do you remember it was right after the finger poke of doom when you had the red and white, the red and black and the red and whatever, the black and white and the red and white, they merged to become one. And that was the outcome of it was they had these for a short time after that, right after the finger poke of doom. Actually, this is vintage too. I got this at that time from WCW hotline. I called the 800, not the 900 number, not not Scheme Jeans number, but I called the WCW, the warehouse, and I used to order. I got a Diamond Dallas Page one, the Bang on there, and then I also have Outsiders. I got an Outsiders and an original NWO that I need to find somewhere that I actually got at Halloween Havoc when Macho Man versus Hogan and Piper came out. I was actually there in Vegas at the MGM for that. I went to 3 Halloween Havocs there, and a lot of Nitros. Good shows, good shows. We talked about it a little bit yesterday, guys. Before we get too much into it, we're talking wrestling a little bit. We kind of get into the news. Sonny, Tammy Stitch, 17 years in prison for a DUI where she killed a gentleman. I believe this was her 3rd or 4th DUI, first time killing anybody. But yeah, I think she thought she was going to get out again and, slap on the wrist. 17 years, man. They're handing out time for that now. That's no joke, man. You kill somebody in a DUI, I think you're going down for 15 years minimum. There was a girl. There was a gentleman who actually, I forget what state it was at. I just watched it. She looks like she's been in prison for years. She does. And then ever since this happened, she put on that like sober weight, when you're drinking and you're living druggy life, you run a little thin. And then once you actually go to jail and you sober up or whatever, or you're pending trial, you gain some weight. I don't know, not a lot of criminals in the house here, but if you're an addict, that's usually how it goes. And she's got that face, that I'm sober face, I guess. But 17 years, and I'm not sure what state it took place in, but she's got to do 85% of her time. Like here, we live near Arizona. I technically live in California, but it's right on the border of Arizona. So Arizona is our main state, and yeah, you got to do 85%, man. So that's 17 years. She's looking at like 15 and a half. I mean, woo, she's going to be 65 when she gets out. Man, I was doing, she was. I thought you said, back to retro. I read it. I was doing XXX for a bit, I think. It's like there was no cameras. It was just some dude. And he said I was getting paid. So no. She did, I think. I remember, what was it, about 7-8 years ago? It was all controversy. She did a signing. Autograph signing at a show, but she did a special where she would get in bed with you and take photos in bed, and it was kind of controversial because they're like, she was everyone's crush. I mean, let's be honest, if you were in that generation, Sonny was a crush. I mean, usually for guys. I mean, she's gonna be the big B on the block. You kill somebody. What do you mean not a lot of criminals back here? Back to Retro Review is the biggest criminal we know. Every time, what his employer says? Every time he cashes a check, he should be arrested for robbery. Taking a check from his employer is like stealing money, baby, because he ain't working for it. That was actually a Ernie the Cat Lad saying, Bundy, for King Kong Bundy, you'd be arrested for robbery, Bundy, because every time you cash a check, you're stealing money from him. And then on the wrestling, Sable Bomb, nice. Sable, that was a good crush, yeah. She always seemed a little bitchy to me. But so did Sonny. So, I mean, what's the difference there? And then CM Punk makes his return to WWE. I mean, yeah, it's Well, that's enough wrestling talk. I know not all of us are wrestling fans here. The DUI thing. There was a guy who just wonder if you get medical weed in prison. I don't think you do. I don't think, man. I was a Trish guy. Oh, yeah, man. Do you remember when Trish came out and she wore the hats originally and that big coat? And she, what is it, TNA, right? With Test and Albert. Yeah, that was good times. So this guy just recently, this week, got sentenced to a DUI. He killed, It was a pregnant woman driving with twins, like in her 8th month. And she had, I believe, her sister and brother in the car. And a drunk driver going down the wrong side of the road nails him and kills the brother, I believe, or the sister, and the twins. The twins, yeah. And then put the woman in a state to where she can't have babies again. And he got I think he got 65 years. Yeah, he got 65 years. Like, I mean, he was in his 30s. It's just not worth it, guys, man. Don't drink and drive. Don't smoke and drive. Have your wits about you, man. It really is not worth it. You're looking at these times and you're ruining, like, your life, their family's life. Like, it's just, man, it affects so many people. Definitely don't drink and drive, guys. Get that out of your mind. It's the holidays. Take an Uber, take a cab, ask someone for a ride. You got too many options to drink and drive, smoke and drive. If you're not able to drive, man, don't be brave. You don't have balls if you're driving drunk. You're an idiot. So call a cab, call an Uber, call a Lyft, whatever you need to do. Call me, whatever. Just don't drink and drive, guys. We don't need to, mess up anyone's lives, especially our own. All right. Happy I got flour to smoke this morning, being I have no creamer for my coffee. Oh, man. You can't win. Chantel can't win. She's got peanut butter, no jelly. She's got mac and no cheese. She's got cereal and no milk. You know what? She's got a bowl, but no lighter. What the fuck, Chantel? You can't win. Call you. Hey, you're gonna drive down to PA? I'm down. Well, I'll probably fly, and I'll get an Uber to pick you up. And then I don't know if I'm driving to PA, sir. I'll find you a ride. Arizona's working on passing a law that if a drunk driver kills someone with children, they will have to pay child support. I saw that. And I think that's good, man. I think, how many people, lost a parent, lost a child, lost whatever. And, they go to jail, especially back in the day, man. I remember, we haven't talked about this in honest. Back in the day, guys, some of you know, back in the day, I was a criminal. I'd say 17 to about 23, I ran pretty rough, drugs and women and, all the sins. I did all the sins, guys. And I remember doing a little time with some gentlemen. This is when my first stint when I was 18. I did 9 months in county jail for a shooting. I know. It's a long story, but there was a guy in there, and this is late 90s, who had he had 4 DUIs, and he was doing like 5 months. There was a time they didn't take it very seriously. It was like old men who went to the restaurant and drove home and stuff. But now, man, it's a serious thing. It's like I said, it's ruining people's lives. Just be smart, guys. Be smart about it out there. Don't, I'm not. Who wants one night, one drive, one fight, 30 seconds of your life, 5 minutes of your life? It's a 5-minute drive. Could cost you the rest of your life. Could cost somebody you don't even know the rest of their life. So just don't do it. Don't do it, guys. All right. In all seriousness, don't do it. All right, guys, let's get into a little today in history now that I'm off my soapbox here. All right, this is a segment we like to call Today in History, guys. We are doomed to repeat it. He gets drunk on milk. Is it blue milk? Mojave Martian. Oh, man. All right, guys, let's get into this. Today in History, brought to you by the Healing Center, 1400 Needles Highway, Needles, California, your number 1 cannabis superstore. All right, let's get into this, guys.
Today in history, a journey through time where legends are born and secrets intertwine. Join us at 7:10 a.m. for all to see as we unravel the histories from our history.
All right, guys. We got some birthdays in the house today, guys. Some celebrity birthdays. Let's get into it. Stacy Keebler milk. Bernie 2024. Bernie, you know, why can't we have any, why are there no young people running for office? I see the Bernie thing and I'm like, Joe Biden, I'm like, but they're both 97 years old, man. Where's the young guys? And not Gavin Newsom. No, don't throw that one at me. Where's the young guys at? The young women, the young trans, I don't care. Just let's get some fresh blood in there, man. Come on, man. Let's get some fresh blood. Oh, is that too much to ask, man? Can we just get someone who shouldn't be on Social Security? Is that too much to ask? I don't care about who is president. I look at who's going to be VP because the chance they will be taking over. A fucking good chance. When you're 107 years old and you get elected for another 4 years, chances are you might not be. All right, enough politics. What about weekend at Bernie's? RuPaul for president. Hey, I'm down with that. Whoever, man. Just get some lifeblood in there. Someone who, like, when I see them walk to the plane, and I'm not talking just Biden, I'm talking all the guys, that I'm not like, is this dude going to fall? Is this guy going to, like, fall out on us? It's like walking to his car. Like, no matter, like, everyone who's running right now is pretty much in that boat. Let's be honest. If I got to worry about the president falling, you're too old, man. You're too old. Rand Paul. It's not a bad one. That's not a bad one. I think I voted for Ron Paul. Fluffy. Hell yeah, Fluffy. I'm down with RuPaul. I think we just did something, guys. I think RuPaul's going to be the next president. I'm just saying. I'd vote for RuPaul. Peace talk. Are you for real, Rosie? Are you for real? Oh, we're talking politics, and Rosie comes in. God, that bulldog. She has no manners, guys. All right, we'll get right back to Today in History in 1 and 2 minutes, guys. Got to let Rosie out. Sorry.
Rosie the bulldog, she's quite a sight, running around the park with all her might. When nature calls, she knows what to do. Take a little break just to see it through. Rosie the bulldog, she's got style, doing her business with a happy smile. On a little adventure before we resume. Waiting for Rosie, just a quick interlude. Rosie the bulldog, wagging her tail perfectly, mischief in her eyes without fail. She struts around the park with pride, searching for that perfect spot far and wide. Oh, Rosie's on the mission, won't you take a seat? The show's on break, for Rosie does what bulldogs need. Her little act of nature will patiently await for when the curtain flies and the show resumes its stay. You're the nudge to learn, yeah. Rosie the bulldog, oh so sweet, takes the time when it's time to meet. She waddles around, playing with her toys, but there's one thing she must do, and it brings her such joy. Rosie's on the bridge, she's doing her thing, pooping outside where the birds all sing. The show will go on, but we'll patiently wait. But Rosie's done pooping, it's worth the wait. This is the time where Rosie poops. This is the time where she tries to snoop. She hold up the show, but we don't know how old she will be. But she prays it comes out string free.
All right, guys. It did come out string free. Don't you worry, guys. She's all done. Just came in the house. Good girl, Rosie. Good girl. All right, guys. Let's get back to this. Appreciate your patience. You know, we might as well make a bit of it, right? We'll make a bit of it. All right, here we go, guys. Oh man, dude, where did you get that song made? I'll send you. There's a thing. There's a thing back to retro. All right, guys. Today in history, Rosie went poop on today in history. All right, this is for you should race bulldogs instead of horses. Oh, oh man, don't tell Tim that. Don't tell Tim W that. He'll start working on it. Rosie knows. I think you need to have this song for Felix while he poos on stream. This is the time where Felix poops. This is the time he likes to snoop. Mr. Crispers, I'm from PA. We got a lot of PA people in here. Teresa's a PA person. Oh man, I'm actually after the winter's over, I want to take another trip to Philly to check out all the things. I was over at Eastern State. Back to retro. That's good, right? This is the time where Felix poops. This is the time he likes to snoop. This is the time he goes. Oh my God. All right, guys. Today in history, we made fun of Felix. And Mike Means is from PA too. Damn, man. We got the whole PA in this house, guys. All right. Today in history. Sorry, guys. Barry Gordy Jr., American businessman and musician, was born in November 28th, 1929. Wow, he's still alive, age 94, that guy. Good bucket of win right there. Big bucket of win. He's still alive and kicking at 94. 1962, Jon Stewart, American comedian, writer, and director, was born. Alfonso Cuarón, Mexican director and screenwriter, was born. Ed Harris was born in 1950. Oh, great Ed Harris. I'm trying to think of what era Ed Harris has been in everything. Was he in The Abyss? I want to say he was in The Abyss. Man, Ed Harris, really, really, really big actor, man. Talented actor. 1943, Randy Newman, American musician, was born. And in 1929, Barry Gordy, like we talked, guys, American businessman, was born. On this day in history, the featured event in 1943, the opening of the Tehran Conference. The Tehran Conference, attended by U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, Prime Minister Winston Churchill, and Soviet Premier Joseph Stalin. Wow. Talk about a meeting of the minds there. Passed for which Stalin was pressed for an invasion of France on this day in 1943. Wow. Man, you got Churchill, you got Roosevelt, and you got Stalin. That's a triple threat right there. All right, 2012, Peter Jackson's The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey, the first in a series of movies based on the J.R.R. Tolkien book, had its world premiere in New Zealand in 2012. Oh, The Hobbit. Okay. Lord of the Rings was before that. I was like, wait a minute. Because I remember going to see Lord of the Rings, the first one, with my ex-wife when she was pregnant. She was about 8 3/4 months pregnant, and she was trying to do everything to get the baby out. And it might even have been like 9 months. Like she ended up going about 3 weeks over. And I remember we went to go see this movie. And I didn't know much about it other than the books and stuff. And it ended like where you knew there was going to be another one. And we kind of looked at each other like, well, shit, we just sat through 3 hours and we didn't get an ending. And then, but I remember, yeah, she didn't have the baby for another 2 weeks after that. But, and that's why he was 11 pounds. Anyway. In 1989, Queen Latifah released her debut album, All Hail the Queen. Its success helped redefine the traditional male genre of rap. Yeah, I remember when Queen Latifah hit, man. I didn't really care for her much, but man, she was a big hit, big hit. 1962, American comedian actor Jon Stewart, who hosted the bullshit show called The Daily Show, was born. The lying piece of shit Daily Show. All right. Anyway, gridiron football player Ernie Davis of Syracuse University became the first African American to win the prestigious Heisman Trophy. Nice, nice. Open the door. Mauritania declared its independence and left the French community in 1960. 1919, Lady Astor became the first woman to sit on the British House of Commons. In 1912, Albanian national delegates led by Ismail Kwame issued the Valour Proclamation, which declared Albania's independence, and the gypsies roared. In 1908, French social anthropologist Claude Levi-Strauss, a leading exponent of Starkism, was born in Belgium. In 1872, William Rees became the first climber to reach the top of the Cotopaxi, the world's highest active volcano in Ecuador. That was in 1872. 1820, German philosopher, the best of all the German philosophers, Frederick Engels, co-author with Karl Marx, well, maybe he's not the best, of the Communist Manifesto. So German philosopher co-authored with Karl Marx the Communist Manifesto that a lot of commies still use to this day. 1757, and they always throw up that Karl Marx argument. 1757, English engraver, artist, poet, and visionary William Blake, whose notable works include poetry collections The Song of Innocence and The Songs of Experience, was born. 1720, female pirates Mary Read and Anne Bonny went on trial, were susceptibly convicted and sentenced to death. Their executions were postponed because both were pregnant, and Bonny was eventually freed, though Read died in prison. Oh wow, female pirates Mary Read and Annie Bonny. Who knew? Who knew? Famed English poet and dramatist, it's William Shakespeare married Anne Hathaway. There got to be a different Anne Hathaway. In 1582. I want to know more about these pirates, man. Let's check out these pirate gals. Swashbuckling Sisters, the Six Lady Pirates. You've heard of Blackbeard, you've heard of Redbeard and Bluebeard. What about the Beardless Buccaneers? While women pirates weren't exactly a dime a dozen, even during the height of piracy, there were surprisingly a number of fearless females that piled the seven seas. Janine de Classen was a pirate. Let's read about the ladies, though, that we just talked about. Anne Bonny. Anne Bonny was a trailblazer. She was born in Ireland, but immigrated with her family to what would later become the United States. As a teenager, she married a sailor, John Bonny, against her father's wishes, and sailed off with him into the vigorous sunset. When her marriage turned sour, she took up the infamous pirate John Calico Jack Reckham. Together, they commandeered a ship and began pillaging along the coast of Jamaica. Although women were considered bad luck aboard a ship, Anne did little to conceal her gender. Unlike crewmate Mary Read, we'll read more about her next. In 1720, Reckham and his crew were captured. The male crew members were hung for piracy, but Bonny and Read got stays of execution in the only way women could, pregnancy. Bonny was later released and lived the remainder of her life in a quieter fashion. And then Mary Read. Mary Read was born an illegitimate daughter, but raised as a legitimate son. Her half-brother, born to their mother shortly after her husband died at sea, was to be taken care of by his grandmother until he was grown. When he died, Mary's mother quickly became pregnant, and Mary and her birth attempted to pass her off as the dead son. The grandmother got wise, however, and that was the end of that scheme. Mary's mother continued to dress her as a boy, however, to hire her out as a household help. She worked on ships and even joined the army as a man. While sailing on a Dutch ship, Mary was captured by Calico Jack and his crew. She soon became friends with Anne Bonny, Recklam's lover, and had discovered her secret. They pillaged and plundered with the best of them, but it wasn't to last. Upon their eventual capture, both pleaded pregnant and escaped execution, but Mary did die in jail. Wow. That's interesting, man. That's very interesting. Yeah, because I had when Felix Stream, he's on a roll entertaining us heart and soul, but nature calls. He needs a break to refresh himself. For goodness sake, let's take a pause while he goes. Number 2, he's going to blow. That's a toot. Mr. Crispers, are we still talking about Felix pooping? Oh man. So yeah, female pirates, man. Who knew? Who knew? I always had heard that women were not great. Like yeah, they were bad luck. You didn't want them to be at sea. You didn't want them to be at sea with you. Yeah, they were bad luck. Anyway, these chats are freaking great. You guys rock. I really think if Rosie gets a song, so should Felix. Damn it, he deserves the attention. Mike Means, we'll see you, buddy. Have fun in the garden. Have fun in the garden. All right, guys. Let's see what else we got today. Oh, we got the worst Christmas toys in history, guys. Well, in the 80s. So you guys remember 80s, man. Star Wars, G.I. Joe. You had Barbie. You had all the good toys coming out. But who remembers the bad ones? Who remembers the ones where you had what is it? You had like remember when the Star Wars came out? The Star Wars. When Star Wars came out, bear with me one second, guys. When Star Wars came out, you know those there we go. Those action figures, the littler ones, they became super popular, man. I just watched a What Happened to All the Action Figures show, and like after those came out, it was so popular that you started getting a lot of not knockoffs, but like different franchises. Like Dukes of Hazzard had their action figures. The Love Boat had a series of action figures, and then I guess a boat was supposed to, like the Love Boat. What kid is watching the fucking Love Boat? I used to watch it with my grandma, but never once did I decide, hey, you know what? I need that action figure of Captain Stubing and Isaac so they can have interaction on the boat. So we can have some people fall in love, guys. That's what this toy series is about. Yeah, so there was a lot of like weird toys, weird action figures that came out. But the 80s were known for some of their lesser known toys, guys, and these are the worst Christmas presents of the 80s, guys. All right, up first, and these are in no order. We got Air Raiders from Hasbro, guys, 1987. In the late 80s, the idea somehow purified air would be such a commodity that the entire world would base its economy and social status on free part of the planet's atmosphere, which was a bit of a stretch, but this was the story behind Hasbro's Air Raiders. Although ingenious in its delivery, each Air Raiders vehicle possessed one or more air-powered features that kids could repeatedly activate to achieve the desired effects, such as firing missiles, racing vehicles, or opening panels. Children simply didn't respond to the gimmick. So this is what, 87? And they're already getting on about global warming and oh no, the Love Boat. What is it? What's the Love Boat song? I don't remember the Love Boat song. You know which one I do got in my head now is "Come and knock on our door, come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. We've been waiting for you. It's our his and hers, Three's Company too." All right, they did not make action figures of Three's Company. That would have just been weird. Mr. Roper, hey, get out of my house, you non-gay roommate. Uh, so yeah, aerators, guys. I mean, what more important of a toy? You're gonna clear the air, guys, because the whole world's commodity is wrapped around the air, guys. All right, so that was the first one up on our list, guys. Up next, the Inhumanoids. I want to say I remember these, but I like looking at them. I really don't. Like I remember Inhumanoids for some reason. Now you're going to have to, you're going to have that stuck in my head. My worst gift, Fred gave me a humidifier. You know, at least he didn't give you like a bowling ball or something that he was going to use. Remember when I remember I guess in TV, I don't know if it was such a real thing in real life, but like on TV shows in the 70s and the 80s, they really portray that men would like go, "Hey honey, I bought you a new set of golf clubs. Oh, you don't golf? I'll use them." Oh, so at least, you know, at least it wasn't that. Unless he needed a humidifier, then it was the same thing. I was one when those came out. Okay, youngster. Okay. So Inhumanoids, guys, Inhumanoids with the tagline, "The evil that lies within." Hasbro's Inhumanoids. Franchise was a small base of loyal fans on the secondary market due to the range of the strange malevolence invoked in the toy. Construction, most had glowing eyes that would lit up when exposed to sunlight. An unusually sophisticated backstory, which was recounted in a 13-episode TV show. Yeah, I think I'm getting my wife a broom for Xmas. Would that be bad? Not even a vacuum, just a fucking broom. Oh man, so yeah, Inhumanoids. I kind of remember this, but I don't think it was in my radar. My radar. She might beat you with that broom. Well, no, Kevin. She's Mr. Crispers, getting frisky. All right. Rock Lords by Tonka, guys, 1986 to 1987. Tonka's Rock Lords action figures captured the attention of children with a unique concept. Instead of creating robots that transformed into vehicles, why not have these detailed characters change into colorful rocks? They were so this is Transformers that turn into rocks. There were two warring factions of the Rock Lords from three different series of toy releases. You had the good Rock Lords were the Boulders. It was Boulder, Nugget, and Granite, Marbles, Crackpot, Pulverize. The bad Rock Lords were Magnum, Tombstone, Sticks and Stones, two-headed Rock Lord with two rock types. So, man, when you run out of ideas, you're like, "Hey, man, Transformers, huge market, guys. This is what we do. We're Tonka. We bring out the rocks." I'll tell you something you may not know about me, Joe Rogan. Oh man, good. All right, what's up next, guys? Up next is Barnyard Commandos. I kind of vaguely remember these. I did not own any of these. Um, what? What the fuck? Are you kidding me? What the heck, man? Says my team. Always during the show, man. Always during the show. My T-Mobile said they was suspended. Jesus, man. I have anyway. How annoying is that? All right. Barnyard Commandos. I'm gonna freaking call and yell at these guys. Anyway, Barnyard Commandos, guys. Playmates, 1989. The Barnyard Commandos. A line of action figures, non-posable, squeaky toy pigs and sheep with military arraignments on their backs. Was produced by Playmates in 1988. These mutant um, sheeps and pigs were the result of a secret military experiment buried on their farm. From packing after eating some of the grain, the pigs and sheep started acting sort of funny, and they became barnyard commandos, secretly fighting the doom out there, guys. Who remembers Barnyard Commandos? I remember it was a thing. It was a thing. My ex got me yard tools for Christmas. I got her dish towels and a new hamper. She was mad. I transform into rocks. Let me tell you something, Joe Rogan. All right, Computer Warriors, guys. This was from Mattel in 1989. An accident in a top secret government computer let loose hordes of evil virus troops on an unexpected world. Their goal, global domination. Through total control of the world's computer, even yours. To fight the menacing evil, the computer generates heroic micro soldiers, computer warriors, designed to recapture the marauding virus troops to make sure computers are used good for mankind. So, so you had viruses before computer viruses really existed in 89. That's funny. I can see, what is it? Is that a floppy disk? And then like they rode the floppy disk. I mean, hey man, I get it. I'm cool with it. I got it. Got my ex a new rifle for hunting year. Got me a sewing basket. The Saga of the Crystal War, the Crystal Warriors, guys, based on an 11-issue Marvel comic titled um, uh, produced in 83. The Saga of Crystal Warriors yielded a series of odd-looking action figures produced by Remco, a company noted for producing the low quality. I liked Remco, man. Remco had some good fucking toys, man. I love me some Remco toys back in the day. A company noted for producing low quality yet charmingly cheap toys in the 80s. Maybe that's why I had them. Mom went cheap on me. The backstory of the action figure line reflected the narrative combined with the pages of the Marvel comic series. Remco pitted the forces of order, which included the blue translucent crystal Crystar and his allies Warbow and Orgod, against the evil. Yeah, it didn't take off. I like, Remco, man. They had some good toys. Like it might have been cheap. They were that, man. I played hours on some Remco toys. Remember, they had the AWA wrestling action figures. Um, Very, very cool. They were like He-Man size, so you could interact, you could intermingle He-Man and make him a professional wrestler. That's what I always did. Chuck Norris and the Karate Commandos, guys. Who remembers this? In 1986, Ruby Spears produced a truly awful 5-episode animated miniseries recounting the adventures of the U.S. government operative Chuck Norris, voiced by the actor himself and his team of martial arts experts as they fight the evil organization of ninjas known as Vulture. Um, The acronym origin is unknown. And their leader, Claw. The cartoon tried to capitalize on the ninja craze of the mid-'80s, but Chuck Norris and the Karate Commandos is remembered more for its unintentional comedy. Oh, my God. Chuck Norris and the Karate Commandos. I remember watching that on Saturday morning cartoons, man. All right, up next, guys, the Forces of Chaos. Although the Saga of Crystal line was initially successful, sales waned rather quickly, as with most failed 80s toy lines. Most Samples featured price tag reductions that reflected a deep discount strategy. The more common figures in the line were Zardith, Ogun, and nearly always show up in the 80s collection. So yeah, some more of those. All right, Teresa Deller, you have a great day. We appreciate you. All right, what else we got, guys? Police Academy, Kenner. Oh my God. Police Academy is not a kid's movie. We used to watch it as a kid, but man, like, dude's pants are falling down. Although not a critically success, the Police Academy franchise grossed nearly 250 at the box office, 250 million. The characters featured in the 1980s 65 episode of Police Academy, the animated series. How did I not know about this? There was a Police Academy animated series? What the heck, man? 65 episodes based on the personalities from the film. Many of the major characters were then translated into plastic action figures by Kenner. Yeah, those look horrible, man. Oh, Police Academy. Who knew? All right, what up? Army ants. I do remember these. I don't believe I ever owned them, but I do remember seeing these in TG and Y. Who remembers that? It was like even a cheaper Kmart. In 1987, Hasbro believed they had struck gold by modernizing the green plastic Army Man concept, introducing their new Army Ants toy line to retail as more of an intricate collectible toy. One of the backstory is that the Army ants struggled to conquer the vast land that is your backyard. Their packing read, two opposing armies engage in deadly combat to control important resources. But these figures were strange, and Army ants were a little peggy. Yeah, they do look kind of weird. Yeah, I don't really remember ever playing with these. They look like, I don't know. They look crazy. Take them in the backyard, man. Who were the enemies? That's what I want to know. Who were the enemies of the Army ants? Setting up the whole battles in the that's what I'm just going to say. I used to do that with G.I. Joes, but I could totally see that with Army ants. All right, what else we got? Food fighters, guys. We got the Food Fighters, 88 through 89. I remember these. I totally remember these. They had the cartoon, right? Wasn't there a Kitchen Commandos or Food Fighter cartoons? And I remember the donut getting like super aggressive. I love the ketchup bottle for a weapon. Yeah. These, I mean, they are what they are. They obviously were going to be a one and done. You're not getting no legs out of the Food Fighter Commandos, but kind of a cool concept, kind of a cool idea. Don't get hit by the donut. You know what it reminds me of is Food Fight, the cartoon with Seth Rogen. That's what it kind of reminds me of. I ain't going to lie. Sectors, guys. Who remembers Sectors? These were like insect men action figures. They tried to take it off of like He-Man, Sausage Party. There you go, Sausage Party. They tried to take this like off of He-Man and all the like the G.I. Joes. This was Sectors. This was half human, half insect. They're Sectors. This was Dargon and Parafly. I believe there was a excuse me. I believe there was a cartoon behind it. I'm not 100% sure. Again, these kind of skipped out on me, but these were a big bomb. These were definitely in your discounted aisle. And that, guys, was your horrible toys, Christmas toys of the 80s, guys. If you received those as a gift, blow up those comments. If you had any of those, blow up those comments, guys. Let me know how they were to play with. What were your favorites? What was some of the worst Christmas presents you ever got? Blow up those comments, guys. Tomorrow on the 7:10 a.m. show, we're going to be talking the worst Christmas presents people have ever gotten. Not toys, there'll be some toys in there, but we're talking everything. We're talking We're talking gifts from husband and wives, coupons. We're talking all the stuff, guys. So that's what we're going to be getting into tomorrow. I'm going to be getting out of here right now, guys. I appreciate you. I got to go get my phone handled. Fucking T-Mobile. Ugh. T-Mobile, trying to get that money, man. Trying to get that money. All right. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you. Tune in at 4:20. It's Paranormal Tuesday, guys, and we're going to be getting into a good one today. I'm going to do a deep dive. Wait till you see what we got hooked up for you. Fucking toothpaste. That was the worst gift. I asked for a Diamondback bike, and I got a Murray. I don't get Christmas gifts from anyone. Oh, Harley. Oh, don't say that, Harley. Don't say that. That's the price of being a parent. You know what I mean? You know what I do when I was in a relationship for a long time, for years, and so I did. But before that, what I would do when I was single for 10 years, guys, like 10 or 11 years. I had a dry spell. But anyway, that's a different story for a different time. But during that 10 years, your kids are little, you're going to get a tie, you're going to get some socks, you're going to get the handprint ashtray. That's what your kids give you. And that, that's great. Those are good gifts. But when you want real gifts and you don't have anyone, you don't have a boyfriend, you don't have a husband, you don't have a wife, you don't have a girlfriend, you don't have, anyone who's going to get you real gifts. What I like to do is order mystery boxes online, and I put them under the tree. And then when Christmas comes, I open up my mystery boxes. I don't know what's in there, and I'm surprised. I'm like, "Whoa, Brian! How did you know I wanted this?" So that's what I do, guys. I would encourage you to do the same. Get on those mystery boxes. You don't know what you're going to get yourself for Christmas. All right, guys. Give a little pro tip there. Being single pro tip. Buy yourself Christmas presents. Whatever you were going to spend on them, spend it on you. That's right. All right, guys. I appreciate you guys so much. We'll be getting more into November to December. I'm working on the graphics, guys. It took a little longer last night than I anticipated, but we'll be doing that. Everything will be up and running. We'll talk about that at 4:20, guys. Getting caught up, believe it or not. All right, guys, appreciate you. I got to fix this camera. I got to fix my phone. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Did you know we were so poor we had tamales for Christmas? So at least we unwrapped something. Oh, Lonnie. At least you didn't have to make Dorito tamales where you get your Doritos and you create prison style. You crush up your Doritos into like a fine powder, and then you put Slim Jims in there, and then you put cheese, and then you put your other stuff, and then you roll it up tight in your chip bag, and you let it sit, and it comes out as a tamale. Crazy stuff. I'll have to do some prison cooking someday, guys. Make some hooch. All right, guys. I appreciate you so much. You guys rock, man. These 7-10 a.m. shows freaking are the best, man. It puts me in a good mood for the day. I'm ready. I'm not even going to yell at T-Mobile because of you guys. All right. Appreciate you guys. I will see you at 4:20, guys, today. And then remember tomorrow, guys, what's today? Tuesday. Tomorrow, 7:10 is going to be pre-recorded. I'm headed up for my surgery. So tomorrow's shows will be pre-recorded, as will Thursday's show. And then we'll be back 100% live on Friday. But these are going to be new shows that you guys have never seen before. And actually, I'm doing them today. So they'll be very entertaining, guys. So, yeah. Appreciate your patience on that. I'm going to get out of here, and I will see you guys at 4:20. Take care of one another. Remember to pay it forward. Inhale that positivity. Exhale that negativity, guys, because it's 4:20 somewhere. We'll see ya.
Thank you for joining us on the It's 420 Somewhere podcast. Broadcasting worldwide and brought to you by thedailydank.com. Check out our merchandise and amazing content. And follow us on all our social media. Now, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here.
See you guys.